Alright, so now we're back with one last black-white game for the week. We got Dr. Caetano versus Dice. The Doctor won his SPL debut last week against Okuru. Pretty nice game, only one real oversight. And Dice, unfortunately, had a rough start. He fell short against John W., but he's back with an unsurprisingly interesting team. This time around, he's bringing him Powdon, which is a cool pick. Exadrill, Zapdos, another interesting pick, and then Ferrothorn, Alakazam, and Jellison. Not a huge fan of this six, but I mean, hey, it's Dice. He's kind of normal to this stuff. I just don't really like how Rotom pushes him around and how Zapdos is the only ground immune, but I guess the Powdon helps with that a little bit. But hey, it doesn't have any blatant weaknesses. It definitely works. Jellison, just kind of a match pick, but hey, it works. And the Doctor, with his own kind of rendition on rain offense. It drills the spinner, which is cool, I guess. Better matchup versus Jellison, at least, which helps considering that Politoed and Keldeo likely will struggle with it. He also has Ferrothorn, Dragonite, and Thundurus. So probably going to be Scarf Keldeo given that structure, or a Scarf Drill. Wait and see. But let's get into the game itself. So we're going to see Elite Ferrothorn taking on a Hippowdon. Hippowdon almost definitely just going to stand instead of rocks. Indeed, we're going to also see Ferrothorn do just that. I mean, it's not Rock's Drill. So yeah, kind of the handshake of turn one, if you will. And then we're going to see Spikes from the Doctor. Again, no shock there. Zapdos gets itself in safely. Now, Heat Wave could have come out here, but we're actually going to see a Volt Switch, and the Doctor's going to go to the Politoed there. It's going to take 50, which leaves it quite weak. So that's a big piece of chip there for Dice. That's huge. Turn this down a bit. But anyway, we're going to see the Keldeo come out here against the Ferrothorn. And now the Ferrothorn is actually going to predict the Dr. Caetano to switch, predicting the Jellison and get a knockoff of. Interesting. I mean, if he had Whip, I'd have just went for that in the mid-ground, but he didn't want to go Jellison and risk anything. Anyway, now he goes Alakazam predicting the Focus Blast, and that's going to work out really well because he's not only going to get it right, but it's also going to miss the Focus Blast. So Sash is preserved, and then he gets Psychic into the Ferrothorn switch here, and he's going to go Drop, which puts it into Focus Blast range, so that's going to take it out. So it's a huge lead for Dice. Now all of a sudden there's no Psychic resist left besides Extra, which is dead on Rise to Focus Blast. So big advantage there for Dice. He's going to go Ferrothorn here, however, on a Rapid Spin, thinking that. And it's going to reveal itself not to be Leftovers Drill, so it's probably just locked in the Rapid Spin. So we're going to see a nice Rocks here again from Dice. Trying to threaten that. No, actually went for Spikes. Oh yeah, it's Rocks on the Hippowdon. Sorry, I misspoke. Now he's going to go for Power Whip into the Thundurus, which is bizarrely doing 31%. So all of a sudden that's going to be able to kill it. Like normal spreads, it's not capping out at 25, but maybe it's not sub. It could have been 3 attacks with just 0-0 investment, which is fair. Anyway, it's going to take out the Thundurus and 2 Power Whips there after the chip, and then Hurricane's going to take out Ferrothorn. Extra's going to come on here, get a Rapid Spin off on an Agility. You do not see that every day. So an interesting set here. However, he's well behind, so he's going to have to make some plays nevertheless. And to add insult to injury, he's going to miss a Hurricane as the Powder comes in and change the weather to sand. He's going to miss a follow-up Hurricane, which happens to overlap with a Whirlwind, and the Whirlwind at least is sort of friendly for the Doctor as it brings Politoed out, which can get leftovers and reset to sand. He's going to, however, go for Toxic, putting the Jellison. Alakazam's going to come in, though. So now Alakazam is in once more to try and pose a major threat. Protect here from the Politoed as Psychic comes out. And now we're going to see Encoring the Protect. So now Dice is an even bigger lead, and nothing is really there to stand in the way of this Alakazam. So it's looking like it's going to be a lopsided decisive victory for him. He's going to probably just go for another Psychic here. He's going to do just that, yup. And it's going to do 33% to the clearly offensive Extra Drill, which is going to force him out into the Powdon to reset the weather, potentially get Rocks up. However, the Drill is going to reveal itself to be Rocks of its own, so it's probably Rocks and Scarf Drill, which makes some sense. Politoed's going to come in here on a Stealth Rock. Yup. So Politoed is up to half here. We're going to see that both hazards are up, and it can recover a little bit each turn, but once he's forced out, it's going to be low again. He's going to Scald predicting Alakazam this time. Dice is going to go Jealous, and he's going to Scald once more, predicting himself to be fast to predict, I guess, the Alakazam on the Taunt or Toxic, but it's going to be faster and get taunted when slower, so now he just has to Scald, and Will-O-Wisp plus Scald are going to do chip damage, and Dice is just walking all over this Politoed, out predicting him on numerous occasions and getting it chipped into what is almost hazard range. At this point, the Dragonite's going to come in knowing that Politoed Season again will be dead to Rocks and Spikes. and Skull's going to do 21% to the Dragon Knight, which indicates that it's very offensive, so it might not even have Roost. Hurricane here is finally going to connect against Hippowdon, but it only does 46%, revealing that it's especially defensive invested Hippowdon. And as you see, this one does 48, so it might be a bit of a min-max situation between mid-40s to 50, but it's going to confuse, not fully confuse though, so Slack Off's going to be the play from Dice, and now we're going to see double switch to Excadrill on a follow-up Hurricane, which does 40, which reveals that it's a very offensive Excadrill from Dice. Perhaps even a Scarf Drill, as there are no leftovers, it's going to outrun and kill, so yeah, looking like Scarf Drill, and if it is Scarf Drill, then it could just go for the Speed tie here potentially, and he's going to do just that, but he's going to lose the Speed tie. Earthquake is going to take out his own Drill. Now he's free to go Zapdos, however. Zapdos will take rocks, but it is free to heal up if need be, and that Politoed is essentially going to say, okay, I'll set up Rain one more time, but I'm going to die in the following turn. And as that happens, that ends entry for Dr. Caetano. He's going to unfortunately face a Zapdos that roosts up the full and kills him within bar ice, so he's still in. And while Keldeo can come in here, the Jolson can play well, so it's pretty much a good game. There's no way for Doctor to break through his team here, and that is going to be evidenced by this Hydro Pump going into the Jolson, and the Doctor forfeits Dice, finally gets an SPL win this year, so he's now 1-1, and the Doctor unfortunately takes his first loss, putting him to 1-1. So good game, nice crafty team and play from Dice. Much more characteristic than his week 1 performance. So good game. I hope you guys enjoyed these black white games. Let's finish. Peace.